And I suppose pride is on the menu today. Biggs with a sliver of hope here if they manage to get the 2-0.
Well, 3 sets of nades bought by FTW here are about to have a car crash in middle, Henry. So they've invested in all this util for a reason, and I don't know if they'll even get to use it. Big taking the fight to them. Stadodo stands up and will take down Faven, and now they're aware that the push is coming. syrsoN from downtown will silence him.
Every time FTW play Inferno, they're just getting aggressed on down the bottom of middle with these pistols, and normally they actually fight back tremendously well. So there we have it. They get the first 2 picks. They're into the 4-on-3. There is a kit for Keto, but overall, FTW have all the time in the world, and they might just finish up towards B here. And that's what the aforementioned Rifler will be holding. But for now, heading towards Emo. And we still have 1 minute 10 on the clock as they smoke in towards CT spawn.
Okay, so being very diligent here, just dropping 1 smoke, hoping for a little bit of aggression behind it. arrozdoce is going to take the first glance, and he has the bomb on the back, not too far behind him here. But they've considered enough of the B side and heading quickly back towards A. Walking into Krimbo, KST is going to give the information that mid is patrolled and controlled as that moto smoke will land. Krimbo needs to stop them here before they get over to syrsoN's territory, but they're already past.
syrsoN tucked away on the bomb site here, does open things up with a nice headshot, but still, man advantage remains with FTW. Bomb to be planted, Krimbo probably has to wait for Keto here. He's at the bottom of middle, and he'll have arrozdoce to fight with as well. So he'll retreat, just trying to run that timer down, and Krimbo knows he has to be activated at this stage. Find a headshot if possible, as this one is looking quite dicey for them. The battle's coming through, and it's FTW going out top, and even more so now. Pretty clean round there, and Big trying to force the issue with that aggression down middle, Chad. Didn't really work out for them.
No, not at all. DDias there stepping up with 3 big kills. But the desk were talking about it, right? They were discussing the veto there, and in the serious nature of it all, having them pick Inferno, you can understand why against a team like Big, who I think Lens described them as flexible in the veto when we were asking them this morning before we came in. So definitely showing their flexibility here today. But for the Phoenix, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And look, if they can show progression throughout this group, that's the best we can ask. They've said themselves it's a bit more about experience. They don't feel ready for this type of tournament. And it's been evident in the performances they've put out so far.
Remember, they qualified with essentially a different team, 2 different members as well, right? So they've said that many times. This is all for experience and proving themselves as players, I suppose. It hasn't been a great run, but they've had some great rounds. Yet to take a map, but we'll see if that can change here today. Lovely little stack here, Chad, towards the B bomb site. Doesn't look like he'll be activated in any sense, but towards middle we go, and there's no one home whatsoever. Marvin will be back towards the graveyard position, and just for the USP, he's calling in for the backup, and they'll be pushing towards Banana right now. It looks like the round is pretty much done already. First kill found, and the remaining CTs trundling up towards middle to meet the Mag 10 of KST, who'll be more than happy to oblige. Does take quite a lot of damage in the process, though, but gets all the information. And Agil gunning them down with the Galil.
I think Agil and KST have probably been the 2 names for me who have had maybe some of the more impressive moments. arrozdoce was stated by Agil in that little piece we did of Who Are FTW, saying that he's one of the sharper aimers over in Portugal. Would love to see a bit more of that on display, but when you're just getting crushed, an aimer doesn't get a lot of chance in the mid-rounds when there's not a lot of utility, right, to really ply his trade. But we'll be keeping eyes on this team, because this game against Big is one where a map victory, especially here on Inferno, I would say there's a possibility that this could happen today.
If ever it was going to happen, I think this would be the best of 3. FTW yet to get a map, but they've definitely had their moments. They've had teams looking uncomfortable at stages. Even against G2, they managed to get, what, 5 rounds in a row? Yesterday, it was looking promising at times, but then would all collapse towards the end, as you would expect.
Pressure's off in a way as well.
Absolutely.
And that's to say, even if the pressure was there, but there's no way of qualifying now.
And they're passionate players as well. You'd see them outside after losses where you'd expect them to lose, really being hard on themselves, discussing what went wrong. And you just love to see that. They're going to turn up all guns blazing today. They want to prove themselves and have good games and good showings. So they're certainly not going to roll over without a fight here, that's for sure.
I think this also helps build into the conversation we would have for years, where you're talking about, it's one thing to watch the demo. There's another thing to be in the server and be actually able to pull off the maneuvers that you've discussed, the theory, the strategies, the dry run. And that's going to come with time of having the real world environment. And that's what we're getting to see right now, is stadodo lining up a long smoke there. He's going to tip that one over, should be obscuring the vision of syrsoN. Actually, it's over towards Arch and Library, so setting up for what should be a bit more of a wrap, or the presence of, give away mid-control for now.
Yeah, FTW have actually done pretty well to get this sort of territory. Flash is coming over as well. syrsoN challenged, but no trade potential there whatsoever. He'll get the first kill and funnel them in towards the quad side. Lovely crossfire here. Big looking very comfortable in this round, mowing them down. 1 player remains. It's going to be KSD, Mr. Custom. up and towards the apartment. So very clean round there from Big. And that's coming back in the third round as well. So the full eco in the second, third round by potentially keeping 4 rifles up is looking quite nice for them. And
that's what you want to see from syrsoN early as well, right? Him turning that flash, must have heard it coming. Able to get himself the opening exchange. Otherwise, he could have hemorrhaged over towards long, and Haven will finish things off. So a very tidy round here from the German side of things. First on the board, and do they want to upgrade into the AWP? Well, there's no cash available for that just yet, so syrsoN will have to sit and wait. But Haven down the end there with a smile on his face. In the middle, syrsoN too, and even Krimbo with a slight grin. But there's the opening exchange. syrsoN onto DDias.
Yeah, you would have expected some sort of trade there, but it was all towards quad is where they were focusing, and syrsoN ends up with 3 kills total. We'll get into round number 4 here. Another buy available for FTW. One concession in the form of DDias with the MAC-10, surrounded by 4 AK-47s. And this is what they're known for. DDias loves forcing the issue here towards Banana, getting stuck in. Even with the MAC-10, he's willing to challenge CT spawn and gets a little bit of damage off towards Tapton now.
Yeah, probably wouldn't give it a go. There were 4 players we could see there with X-Ray on the other side of B, and, well, there's still 2, and Tabson's taken down 1. So the number game, favoring Big. Limp forward a nade, a slight little bit of tickle done as really fighting for this control here. The incendiaries towards the top Banana as well as Sandbag completely securing for now.
Utility.
And there's so many different ways you can throw that. So it's good to see Big throwing this out now. It completely denies the $800 worth of Molotovs that FTW had just thrown there for control.
And they would have to expend even more to go check the sandbags once again. You have no idea what's on the other side. Your best bet, especially in the 5-on-4, maybe go elsewhere. And unfortunately for them, still 3 CTs on this side of the map. They posture towards the top and middle, and I love this setup they've got right now. syrsoN even gets one through the smoke, and this is looking way too easy. Got to see some kills coming in from FTW here. They'll find just one. Quite a lackluster round as Big start to secure their place on the CT side.
Wonderful work from syrsoN again, right? They're trying to zone him out towards long, whether it's that arch side smoke or you get the little just standard mid-left side smoke there as well. Still able to find one through either a gap or a bit of premonition on when to spam, but good stuff from syrsoN.
And he picks up the MP9 this round, knowing they're going to be low on cash. He wants to farm money for the AWP going forward, so it makes a lot of sense. You might see him actually going in towards second middle at the start, pushing down Banana. We'll see what he's got in mind. And Peter will be with him, and he's going for the run boost potentially here.
Okay, so
there it is, towards second middle. Let's go.
Didn't see a lot there, did he, on that first jump?
Denying any sort of intel, which is good. They weren't there towards second middle, just tucked away for the initial intel gathering mission. syrsoN will drop a nade towards second mid, and we have got KST working towards the apartments here.
Do you remember when those HEs used to be like in fashion? It was back in Source days. We called it Very Games watching from Australia. I don't know, you would have played against it firsthand back in the day, but I remember in Source, lobbing those nades out the second mid window was massive
Bouncing
damage.
them off, yeah, absolutely right there. Tabson, aggressive of course, opening things up with a nice little 2-piece, and 5 versus 3 bomb goes down. syrsoN, like we said, looking to farm some money with the MP9. That's $600 in the bank account. And there we have it. Pretty clean round once again. Big take the lead 3-2. And remember, this is the pick of FTW as well. So a good start with the pistol victory. But again, the CT aggression down towards middle seems to be very common against lower tier opposition.
Sure, yeah, they're really being punished for this. Anecdote of NIP doing this to me in a major once upon a time.
That was the old school NIP move, wasn't it? When they wanted to disrespect you, they're rushing down middle, not letting you get started.
I made the stupid mistake. This was after we had beaten Titan. I've gone on the desk and done an interview, and I've said, yeah, look, we have a really hard time on it. Maps like Inferno, where the teams just disrespect us and push down mid. And,
you were being truthful as well.
Yeah, I was. You should never do that, guys.
Yeah,
Don't tell the truth,
Don't
especially
show your
when
hand on the desk,
Natu's around.
Sure.
Natu coaching NIP, and he's listening in.
Wow.
And next minute, we're just getting charged down Banana and mid every round. So
Freiburg is getting it.
He was the king of Banana, showing us how it's done. As arrozdoce in the same quadrant of the map. We'll take down Tabson. I'll follow quickly after. Chips him down to 32 points of health here, but this one's stalled out, and a number man advantage. Could be something to work with. Faven flash, and
Faven's done for.
They didn't even get them on the Pika boiler there. You'd be expecting them to be able to pound. syrsoN staying as well. So this mid control is perfect. They've thrown the mid utility, but they haven't actually checked to see if anybody's there. So this is huge for Big. They can keep 2 players towards B.
Normally, you want to be pushing the CDs back towards the bomb side, towards the library, the arch, and just remove that vision. syrsoN's confirmed with his AWP. Absolutely fine here, lads. Keep 2 there on that bomb side. And here come the flashes. The commitment potentially from FTW as well. Remember, there's 5-on-4 in their favor. Keto spotted, flashed off, and he's got a teammate boosted as well. Krimbo opening things up here. Lots of flames, smokes being deployed. They're trying to lock down one of these players towards the back of the bomb side. I dare say Krimbo's got this kill under lock and key, though. Still plenty of time for the rotations to come through.
Pick up the flash.
Good flash coming in. They're not even looking towards new boxes anymore. This is very discombobulated. FTW have barely made a dent in this 5-on-4. There's the first kill towards the bomb site, but a 2 versus 1 will lead to the favor of Big. Not many Molotovs deployed there, not too much to make them uncomfortable towards the back of the site whatsoever.
Yeah, and I really like that smoke from Krimbo, right? You see a lot of that these days where it gets dropped towards the back on executes to give you more angles to poke around.
The left-hand side of new boxes?
Yeah, so normally you see them throwing it towards that pond, right? Yep. And then you can actually have gaps around that smoke here. So this is Krimbo. He's up and top on the boost, drops down. He'll underhand that smoke. It buys him a buffer on one side.
I guess it means they can't swing around either, right? They would have to spam and like, expose themselves and so vulnerable to rotation. So yeah, it does make a lot of sense and it works out perfectly for him. They just have to try and challenge him 1 by 1 and you could see him looking very comfortable.
And that's a perfect example of a round where you don't just need to kill them coming through the choke point of top banana, right? A lot of people think, yeah, if we just lock them down here, this is the easiest choke point to get the kills. They've actually allowed the angles to be closed down after the initial exchanges. Keto can't chip in when he's smoked off towards Coffin, but they allow them to make their way into the site where the crossfires get a little bit more jarring.
The thing is as well, Keto was very aware to make it like clear that he was in that position towards Coffin, so they're focused towards there. You're not expecting the boost on new boxes so early on in the half either, so it's a great position from Krimbo and one he capitalizes upon.
Now we see this here with the triple nades. We saw this actually against G2 where they naded JKS out in pit. So
in the pit, you're right,
if they want to operate with a similar type of pocket strat, the closest to be blown up is Faven right now, who has actually backpedaled towards Graveyard, I do believe. He can reposition in towards pit, so this could be a little bit troublesome for him here.
It was actually quite a beautiful sequence when they deployed it before. So KST dropping the smoke towards the apartments here, and I assume they're getting ready for the nades once again. They should have seen this, and Faven will be going down to now 0. It actually works out quite well for them. Once again, finding the kill, finding the man, and they have not got the man advantage, but still a slight chance of finding a couple more kills, perhaps. Stadodo, arrozdoce, fended off. Not really much they can do with it. They got the kill with the nades, Chad. I guess mission accomplished in that sense, but they can't recover a rifle. They don't get the bomb down. I believe in that G2 round, they managed to get a bit more out of it.
I think they won the round.
Yeah, I think so. It was a Tech 9s, right? They kind of exploded out afterwards. But yeah, that's going to be it. arrozdoce with the bomb. An idea, a concept to go back towards B, but tabseN's 1 step ahead of it.
Orf gets Jungen going on here. The Germans are off to a
flyer.
Yeah, this is what you want to see, right? And obviously this is quite a difficult group with the likes of FaZe, G2, Outsiders, and Big. Those were the 4 larger names.
Yes.
Outsiders have shown some good Counter-Strike. Last night, that series against FaZe, it didn't deliver in the close nature that I was expecting. We had 2 blowouts, and I guess you could argue that Inferno was a little bit of a blowout as well, even though the scoreline, I think it was 16-11.
Sure.
But business was handled, and arrozdoce, if he does clear the back of the site, we'll have a chance against tabseN. The barrel spotted, headshot there. Now, this is an opportunity to show us what he's all about.
Maybe giving a bit too much room there to wiggle with. Could have just played Coffins and had the duel, but allows him to walk all the way up and gets the bomb planted and a rifle. There is a realm where he wins this, Chad.
Very, very possible indeed here. That deep smoke will start subsiding shortly. The bomb, not halfway gone just yet, but quickly getting there. arrozdoce, we mentioned his aim before. Let's see how good it can be in this scenario. Big, giving him a lot of wiggle room. More top available, make it 2. There's a smoke as well. arrozdoce just hiding, just sitting towards this new box. They're starting to run in now. The tap of the bomb, the low HP player. If he gets knocked off here, Keto, someone else has to get them to defuse. Is there going to be time for this? It's going to be very close. They have to find the bomb. They're getting on it now, but I don't think there's time. This is a one-on-4 fumble. arrozdoce has clutched it out. You didn't see this one coming, and the pocket strat works in the most ridiculous way you could have ever expected.
Let's discuss the mentality of tabseN there. Why is he giving him so much room to work with to allow him to get that close to the site and even get to the point where he can't even see a 1D coming through? Surely playing Coffins, new boxes, wiggling around, buying time just for the rotations to avoid that blunder. I can't get my mind around it. Like, he's got all the advantages in the world. You know he's just got a deagle. Like, tabseN gave him way too much there.
If anyone should be jumping on the defuse immediately in that type of situation as well, right? It should be the AWPer. He gets 1 shot, right? And he would only have a pistol on the sidearm right there.
That's crazy.
Get the AWPer on the defuse. When I know Keto's low, but what are we doing?
It was a bit of a throwaway comment. I said there's a realm where he wins this.
Yeah.
But my God, he actually did. That's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Well, back to business as usual, perhaps, as we do have the opening kill here for Big. syrsoN will find KST towards the apartments, but what a round. Big haven't had the best run of it so far here in Group B, and that was a round that could come back to haunt them potentially. And Eco, 1 versus 3 with just a deagle of 36 HP.
Yeah, well, let's add that one to the FTW reel. We've got some stadodo moments there with him on the A site on Dust 2 with the AWP.
Yep.
But a couple of nice multi-kills from Agil. think KST's
that's really blown my mind. I don't know why he's allowed to walk on the side and kill you and then plant. That's ridiculous.
And in that situation as well, you could have played a bit more of a 2-2, right?
Could have played anything but that.
Yeah, I think they were...
Coffins would have been fine.
But this is the thing. I thought, you know, that they were 3-0 up, right? They parked the bus. They're just passing back to the keeper every now and again.
Yeah,
and,
exactly,
you know,
right. Yeah, they're just playing with the ball, just hoping the round would subside momentarily, but it never did. That 1D and all that space he garnered, wow. Either way, man advantage here for Big. Still 4-3 up. Maybe getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but it's a crazy round to witness here in the first game of the day.
I think if we're being fair to Big, it's the same thing we did with G2 yesterday, right? G2 were thumping them, but we were much more critical of the things that G2 were doing wrong in these situations as opposed to what FTW were doing wrong, right? We're aware that this team is here with the experience level. We're not expecting them to be able to compete to the standard, which it's unfortunate that we even have to say that, but that's just the truth of the matter is we do have a save coming in here, no time. I need to get them a watch just like the night shift.
Well, there we have it. Crisis averted, I suppose. They do have a very clean follow-up round here. tabseN just purchased a Mag 7.
Okay.
I assume it's a misbuy. Yeah, it's going to be thrown down on the ground. Just to note that. Not really the time to be throwing cash away, but a mistake is made, I suppose.
Yeah, look, just so everybody's aware, if you have any details that you want us to take a look at, you can always tweet us. Henry and I are flying around in the Go TVs here. We're checking out all the little details. We have all the information. We're checking, you know, the utility damage, the Valve effective flashes. We got the ADR on the go. So anything, you know, you at home, we like to get interactive. When
you say Valve effective flashes, you mean they don't quite catch all of them, perhaps?
They count too many.
Okay, I see.
So even if it's just like a slightly... like I'm white for a millisecond.
Okay,
right? It's
counting. Like, it's still like a corgi.
Yeah, right. we need the flash in Counter-Strike to give us a little bit more than that, but that's all right. You know, we're getting there. It is 2022. Wait for Source 2.
Oh yeah, just you wait. What a day that's going to be.
I love perpetuating stuff I have no idea about. It's so good.
Just you wait till they've got installed, guys. Oh, let me tell you. Well, either way, a buy is available here. stadodo feeling the heat though towards the bottom of middle. Down to 71 points of health. HE grenades thrown down as well. Agil will catch him right in the face, down to 77 as well. And tabseN taking matters into his own hands. He pushes down the banana, dissecting it as Krimbo will follow up with a smoke as well, just to buy some time to look at things. Got a flashbang to just swing out and have a look, I would say. Gonna take it.
I think maybe just hoping for a sound cue as well, right?
Yeah.
tabseN can call if somebody jumped away, and that one straight down the gullet. Even more utility damage done to stadodo here. Agil will get the trade. syrsoN now posted up. A third man towards B might catch them off guard here.
I like the boost, but flashed off. We'll have to dismount, and still fancies his chances here. They lined up for a second. Through the smoke, though. Back towards middle they go. And middle is actually being patrolled by Keita right now, AK-47. Time is of the essence once again. It's looking very strong towards the quad side here. Boosted player looking towards the boiler room. syrsoN, if he just gets one of these kills and falls back, they should be absolutely fine. Does he want anything more? Jumps over. Just going to try to buy some time here. Got the incendiary. Going to delay it as long as possible. He just wants to get the timer as long. Run down as he possibly can. And that's going to force one player through. Bomb goes down. They can't actually force the issue. Did they go through the flames? Oh, they absolutely did. He's going to get another one here. Apparently not. KST rises to the occasion. 20 seconds, 3 versus 2. He has got a player towards the coffins, but Krimbo finds him through the smoke. Very precise shot. And that should be all she wrote.
Aid might get it done here.
Yeah.
3 HP for stadodo. He was the one that got burnt early. Naded in the mid-round and saving in the late. If he can get away, the heat-seeking nade on the tail. But he's down the T-stairs, and they'll get to at least hold on to the big green. Carry that one forward. The loss bonus starting to build now, but should be a partial buy behind this, which means stadodo needs to be the man to find them an opening, get them an extra weapon or two.
Difficult on a map like Inferno, though. Where are your real options at the start? You are smoked out towards middle, naded a Molotov towards banana. Apps is always going to be difficult. Usually a smoke down towards the end there as well. You're normally waiting for the round to kind of subside a little bit, and at that point, the CTs have established their crossfires, and they'll probably trade you out. So we'll see what he's got in mind. He's heading towards banana for now, maybe looking for some aggression. They have been pushing down, and he jumps in towards underpass. So, we'll be challenged by the looks of things from quad. But not actually looking for the orb duel. Takes down DDias, who was advancing with the pistol.
Is he a type of ram or is he a dance machine?
I guess I don't know.
I suppose he's a Counter-Strike player. As we do have KST at least up close and personal towards Apps, but likely in this lurk position, you don't want to be applying too much pressure until you're called upon. You need your teammates to draw a rotation, make those A defenders uproot their feet and start moving.
Not the most exciting prospect here. Creeping in with the AWP. They know he's got it as well. Saving the previous round. Flashbang should be very effective.
Such a simple setup, right? You got the sliver gap being spotted there from the coffin position.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as anything, the communication comes out and the smoke gets dropped, and now the time it has to count down lower and lower. They will be able to erect this boost again. They've also got the third man of Keto here who has an incendiary as well to slow this down. Not looking very likely.
They've got the AK-47 up there. It's just going to be pumping out so much damage. Quite a scrappy kill to kick things off, but you can see that nice crossfire just there trying to get the trade through. Krimbo's there to pick up the pieces. Stadodo's look pretty handy with the AWP. Hit some fantastic shots, but surely that's the end of his run. The orb will be removed, 7-3. And there we have it, 4 players surviving for the big side. MAC-10s will have to be purchased. Stadodo doesn't have too much cash. He'll be surrounded by AK-47. So let's just have a recap of what's happened. It was FTW winning the pistol in the second round follow-up. That was a full eco from Big. Losing that third round has led us to this streak of rounds from Big. The only round they've given up was a 1 versus 3 against Eagles.
Which they should have won.
And like you said, it was started with that triple nade set up towards Pit. So that's like a 100% success ratio on that strategy so far, I would say.
I would say if they play this map again tomorrow, their opponent should be ready and raring to go on this one. syrsoN really taking some liberties. He's halfway down mid there, throwing that deep nade behind the G2 smoke. Agili's, he wants to get stuck in here. This Apps boiler default has the opportunity to clamp down towards A as Banana's being kept busy. tabseN drops another grenade. This one softens them up even more so. And they're just staying very stoic with this 3 banana press early.
They're going to go for another boost here. Looks to be the case. I like the way they're doing this as well. Just confirming everything's clear before he fully commits. And Krimbo takes a lot of damage, but he's already found that opening kill.
They're going A.
They have to, I guess, at this stage. They've lost everything on that side of the map. Just going to have to pull the trigger, group up, hope for the trades. And we've got Baven towards the pits. syrsoN watching Apps.
If they go long here, they've gone to 2 rotating players. There's been a big rotation right now from
Big. Nice.
Solid rotation.
Huge rotation.
Having behind their long split smoke. And, well, Faven's actually been caught in the open here, but doesn't go down. No. There was a dink exchange. It's the MAC-10 at range that will eventually get him done.
He initiated the fight with the pit with the MAC-10 there. The AKs didn't join in, but now I suppose they will. syrsoN surrounded, did well to even get 1. A 3 versus 2, lots of damage inflicted. Stadodo down to 6. arrozdoce once again with the AWP. Oof, good shot, takes down tabseN. They've got a fighting chance here once again.
All right, well, once they do get into these sites here, FTW have a real chance to win. Stadodo gracefully mounts up into the apartments, but Krimbo on the low HP will remove him, and now arrozdoce noted towards the pit with the AWP. Still a potent weapon to get past it. Flash.
They smoked him out.
It is going to be a smoke here, and the Molotov landing as well, so just cutting him off with utility.
That's great. Thinking on their feet, buying that space. Good awareness from arrozdoce. Catches Krimbo out leaping on towards the hay bales, and at this point, I think Kito might have to do that. You're right. The orb doesn't connect, and there's not enough time. That's it. They've actually done it again. It comes down to the time, a scrappy round where they lose the first pick. They're funneled in towards A, and somehow it works out once again. It was actually the MAC-10 to initiate towards the pit as well. Got that killer range. And then all hell breaks loose.
I don't think this Stadodo could quite believe he got that kill with the MAC-10 from this range towards
the AKs are behind him as well.
Yeah, we saw that Faven got caught off guard with the timing there, but still, Stadodo getting so much traction done on a long wrap slowly with a MAC-10 should never happen. And arrozdoce, we said we wanted to see some more from him. He's been involved in 2 large clutch moments in the early stages of this best-of-3 series here.
So yeah, 2-0 the pistol and 2 massive clutches there. He did die with the bomb, so he doesn't have the AWP, just to note that. Still a full buy on the CT side as well. HE grenades being launched down towards the bottom and middle. They'll hit 3 different targets. Damage confirmed there. DDias getting wrecked as well. Bullets flying through the flames and smoke towards the bottom. Here we go, round number 12. Looking too rattled. Big will be frustrated to give up the rounds they have, but they still have a 7-4 lead.
It only becomes a problem if they lose this one.
Yeah, you're dead on that. If it's a
consecutive situation from FTW, as syrsoN just strolls on out. So you can see they are taking some liberties they likely don't take against top-tier opponents, right? He was on his own, just poking his head down mid for a fight there. It is a move you want to see from your AWPer, especially somebody who can be as explosive as a player like syrsoN. So they've given them an opening again, but it's the conversions and the close that seem to elude Big for now.
Well, back to the crossfire as we go. We have got the AWP just patrolling towards the arch side, but they have been smoking that off quite a lot. But back towards Banana seems to be the call here. Krimbo alone for now, which could be an issue, I suppose.
They've got a stack going on here. One of them.
Oh, on top of his head. Yeah, there it is. My bad.
It's a smoke in the hands of tabseN. He's going to drop this, and I guess that means Krimbo's going to have vision over the top of this. They've actually set this one up nicely. Some geeky stuff over towards this B side. Look at this wildness here. I've seen your arm, and now you're dead. Again, the bomb's been spotted.
That's a really cool setup.
Yeah, not big, that's big and geek, which I was going to say big are geeks. And let's see if they can get this one done in a nerdy fashion. The glass is pressed towards the nose as they push it to the side. It still turns into a skirmish as the time, the problem once more. Cost again, and oh, was that after time? Agil.
Yep, it was.
That one's going to sting. 700 schmackaroos for him.
And the money was already quite desperate. That might force him into a deagle situation. Time will tell. But yeah, what a beautiful setup that was. I didn't even notice it was a stack. I thought it was on the first oranges there. But the fact he got the smoke as well, you're absolutely right. It's a really brutal setup there. They even shoulder peeked it, didn't see the player. And not the cleanest of kills to close things out, but certainly got the job done, as we'll take a tactical timeout here on the FTW side, just to work out their options, considering Agil got no cash. Going into round number 13, is going to discuss their options. I'd say things, although they've had some interesting and exciting rounds, they need at least a couple more to stand a chance here against Big, who overall look pretty decent. It's just been unfortunate to receive the rounds they did.
Some conversations now, because this half, it's a real opportunity for FTW to get themselves, they're still in a chance, I would say, for 6, right? Obviously, there's the possibility for 7 here, but that's if everything goes well. They need to convert another one of these lower buy rounds, which you'd hope Big a little bit more buttoned down on in this type of situation.
I would say this is a foregone conclusion. Oh, he's getting a little slap in the face there. What did he do?
Well, that's when the boost came into play. Maybe they didn't want to show that one now, you know? Gob's going, hold up, mate. We're saving that one for the RMR.
Yeah, not for the FTW game in Group B, perhaps, but still, very cool boost. Enjoyed that a lot.
Can be high risk. I was just thinking about it, right? Like, if Krimbo doesn't hit that first shot, him and tabseN seem practically dead.
I guess it's just so uncommon. Like, I've not even seen that before. I don't think many of the players have, but this is an abs explosion. Fortunately for Big, you do not give away that first kill. Fabian will be lining them up, knocking them down by the looks of things. syrsoN will rotate through as well. And a chance once again with the AWPer there, Chad. It's happening. They can't seem to hold on to these advantages. And with the smoke down, they've recovered the AWP once more. They boost. stadodo is ready for it. 2 versus 1 again. Make it another 1 versus 1. Can they do the impossible once more? This was a full eco, essentially. P250s, armor, and a few flashes. And now down to a pretty even 1 versus 1. Krimbo creeps through the smoke. If he gets up and towards the scooter here, he could get no-scoped.
Oh, no, he's going to walk past him.
No.
He's going to walk straight past him, Henry. He's not going to clear graveyard at all.
No.
stadodo's reposition has won the round, but he needs to be aware. Spotted it now. The missed shot. That might cost him the time again. It's going to be close. There's a kit. But finally, Big might have time for one of these diffusers here. Krimbo sticking to the guns. He's got plenty of time right there. And Big, they will convert. But this is a little bit rocky, isn't it?
It really is. A bumpy ride. FTW almost snatched the round away once again. That was wild. The P250, as soon as I saw syrsoN's position, you thought, okay, there's a chance to get a double kill.
Oh, that's sharp.
Yeah. And that's with no armor as well. They get the AWP and it's down to the 1 versus 1. I guess he didn't rush. He was looking at him. He had to be quick with that, but still a prime opportunity to win yet another eco. You can see the frustration sets in. He knows how big that round was, but it was the eco. They got the bomb plant. They have a full buy going forward now, but unfortunately, stadodo removed from the equation pretty early on. syrsoN will take some damage on the retreat at least, so he's down to 24, but he can start rotating around, getting in more defensive positions, presumably towards library. They've got the bomb glitch here, I believe. You can see the bomb.
Yeah, like ghost bomb, we call that one.
The ghost bomb. How often does that happen? That's quite rare.
As well. It's happening more and more. You wouldn't love to hear about it. Also, since they added, this is on Volvo, right? This is where this comes from.
Yeah.
Since they added the fact that you can drop guns with control, right? So that it's donated weapons. You don't actually drop your AK. It doesn't get snatched up by some thieves. We've had issues with guns and crosshairs not appearing when on the Go TV as well.
fun.
Yeah, so those issues, I'll tell you, Rush and I created a video where we replicated it happening with dropped guns and no crosshair appearing, and we sent it to Valve. I guess it's something that they can't fix.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Scientists haven't found the technology yet.
Well, maybe I need to email them again. So we'll see what happens with that one.
Round 14, 4-on-2, and Krimbo lined up for a couple more potentially. He's been quite strong here towards the B side. Gets himself his 16th frag, and there it is. Back to a regular round. It's either a very boring, very one-sided round for Big, or absolute pandemonium of pistols and grenades flying all over the place.
I prefer the hot mess version.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, it's a bit like my life.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always a bit more tantalizing. You can't wait to see the next thing that goes wrong. It's like reality television. You know,
Yeah.
you tune in because you want to see everybody being a bit of a problem.
I think drama is the spice of life, Chad. Like, it keeps us all alive, keeps us all on our toes.
And it's ballet, Henry.
Yeah, true. Might have to consider that. So they might be a bit healthier. So back towards B we go. And once again, happy to push through these smokes, but syrsoN more than happy to push second middle. He'll find KST. He's just... can't believe his luck at that one. He's holding defensively.
20 kills for syrsoN, Henry.
Yeah,
20 and 6. He's loving it.
He's doing well.
Feasting.
Well, let's see whether tabseN can hold them off. Of course he can. Completely blind. Makes light work of the first 5-on-3, but the MAC-10s are coming. You know they can cause damage here as they patrol the bomb site. Make sure it's all clear. Big don't really need to do much here. Just wait for the bomb to be planted. Retake here as a 5. Should be absolutely fine. I will say that with the most bated breath because you never know with these guys.
Well, let me give it some beans here. Agil starting to burn now. arrozdoce and stadodo there in the picture too, but everybody just going down left, right, and center. The 1-on-5 arrozdoce here. The glue comes out. The first kill's there. Can he get any more done? It's going to be Keto. He stopped him, but the time, they're on the defuse. There's more than 20 seconds left. This one's going to be close. It's going to be 11-5. 4 Big on the half. We're going into the break. You have to see how this one finishes. Give us 2 minutes. I need a breather. Henry needs some water, and Big, they're looking good to pick this one up.
Hey Future Pros! Back with the classic apps molly from alt mid. I see a lot of people wing this one, so let's look how to actually throw it. First things first, shoot out this window as soon as you can. Instantly aim at the shadow below the window. Then running jump throw the molly while you are still underneath the bridge above. Pretty simple but effective. However, this isn't some magic barrier. A CT could still push the molly, so try not to throw it and forget it.
I hope you've all cooled off from what has to be said, one of the most exciting finishes to a half we've had all Pro League season, Chad. It didn't quite work out, the 5 versus 1, but you were ready for it. You set yourself up massively for that.
Yeah, but I did drop the ball there, Henry. I want to make an official apology to myself and everybody watching around the world today.
Okay, please go on.
I did say the score was 11-5, which is mathematically impossible.
Doesn't exist, does it?
In a round of Counter-Strike that has 15 rounds. So,
well, that's the thing. You were fired up. You were ready for what could have been the most iconic play of maybe CSGO history. I don't want to kind of talk out of line here, but I think it was setting itself up nicely.
Yeah,
so.
well, thank you. I do appreciate that, but hopefully I can hold myself to a better standard going forward from here on out.
We'll forgive you for now, and we'll see whether FTW have anything to say about this second half. They've brought out the dual elites. They've got the flashes. They've received the decoy towards the hay bales. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is, but I'm interested to see where it goes.
It's pretty annoying.
I guess.
So that's one problem that stadodo has to deal with, but now it's blown up, and he's going to tuck himself in nice and passive towards the site. It will be the waterfall. Lurk smoke with a couple of flashbangs, and away they go.
So you're going to wait for that to bloom, and then the flashes will come through off the chimney, a couple of them. And I guess you're just jumping into the pits and hoping for the best here. You have got tabseN patrolling towards middle as well. He'll actually get the first frag, and that's towards DDias, pushing Banana, KSD, holding them off. They've got basic pit control here. They don't have to swarm the bomb site, do they, Chad?
Oh, well, turns out they just will. The kills come through. The Julies get picked up, and I am going to assume by the placement right now of Mr. tabseN himself, this round is probably done and dusted. Not looking. Nice little one click of the Glock right there, and it's just a Jill.
Yeah, a Jill. I don't think he'll be attempting the 4-on-1. He has got the flashes, so he'll be saving those, I suppose, and it'll have to be the Force following things up. So, yeah, that's not the most advanced strategy at the start, I guess, apart from the decoy. We haven't seen that before. Maybe we should get the analysts on that.
It could be something that they wanted to throw it so that they hear the bouncing. They assume it's a smoke. If they have any smoke molly defense on the A side, they throw it out quite quickly, or they overreact, right?
Yeah.
That could be one of the possibilities there, but all in all, we'll never know. The only ones who will, tabseN and GobB, as they sit and marinate in their Counter-Strike brain juices.
Yeah, well, at this point, it looks like they're absolutely happy with the performance so far. 12-4, and not really much to report here apart from the Force buy will have to come in. If they lose this one, FTW are pretty much done for on the map, and I dare say the series as well. This is their pick. They'll be up against MAC-10s and an AK-47. Here's tabseN waiting for the rebuttal down towards Banana. And it's making light work of things here. Was an absolute chaos. They bided their time, made sure they saw the right opportunity once the players on the bomb site were down. And it was the plant, and it was no problem.
Was it against FTW the other day where all that utility damage was done when we were
there was a
keeping tabs?
1,133, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forget who that was against because, well, it's going to kind of be a little bit mangled right now because of this T-side round that's being played. Okay, straight up into the blender of the mid-stack. Bigger. Giving one back over here. They've conceded 2 deaths. I was just about to hype up their utility damage usage in the first half. I might still focus on that because FTW need to convert right now.
Yeah.
Real opportunity here.
I guess you're right. The fact they've got these opening picks and they've been so low as well. It's down to Krimbo, edging out towards the apartment's position, but he has got a Geo directly beneath him. MP9 in hand, and looks like a similar approach to what we saw in the pistol, to be honest with you. Could just go for the lurk smoke and flash out once again, but I dare say a contact play might be more advantageous for them. Agil will be getting his first kill. Oh, what? He didn't reload his gun.
Okay, that's an oopsie. Don't worry, KST's here, and I think that Faven and syrsoN should just save.
If you're ever defending like that, just have a look at your ammo. Make sure you've got more than 5 bullets in the magazine. That would be ideal.
Usually, when you can, you want as many bullets as possible.
Yeah, anything less than 10 is the danger zone, I would say.
So I just went through and added up the utility damage usage from Big. Now, I'm going to assume they didn't do any on the pistol, which I feel is a safe assumption, and it hasn't included this round just yet. So they managed 1,148 in that first half, which might be our new ESL Pro League Season 16 record, which is unofficially kept.
We've only kept track of it on 1 map so far, and this would be the 2nd map. So yeah, out of those 2 records, this is the highest one, I would say, for sure. So yeah, we will speak to the stats team and work it out.
We're like the Guinness Book of World Records, but we're not official. There's no plaques.
I'm pretty sure the Guinness Book of Records is a bit of a fraud as well. I feel like that stuff is...
Hold on a second. You're telling me the museums I went to as a kid?
Were there museums?
Yeah.
I didn't go to any museums.
No, wait, no, that was Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I was going to say, that's a very different experience. I don't think those are world records. Those are just...
crazy things.
Yeah, anomalies within the world, I suppose.
All right, well, this game starting to turn into a bit of an anomaly. See how long FTW can really keep things alive here. 3 MP9s, 2 M4s walk into round 18. Part of a bad joke. Banana control established. The biggest worries are the AK of syrsoN and Faven. Now there's quite the polar opposites here between the two of them. syrsoN with 21 kills, Faven bringing up the rear on 8, but hasn't really been required to do a whole lot. Had a couple of awkward timings on those A explodes. Oh, that's a bit of a miscommunication there. That was an incendiary thrown from one side and a smoke from the other. That'll happen a lot in your matchmaking games.
Yeah, there's no worse feeling than that. It's like, oh, sorry, probably should have said something. Yeah, well, you probably should. But
communication goes both ways,
I
Henry.
suppose you're right. And here we go. Ooh, that's not looking too clean for syrsoN, who was the king of middle in the previous half. stadodo will take him down. And remember, this is the force buy from Big as well. So Tech-9s, PT-50s, some dropped AK-47s. They've got to get past, though, the final boss around 18. It's going to be DDias. He's baiting an arrozdoce with the MP9, so if they drop the flames at the correct time, he can swing around. Oh, it's a good nade as well.
Great nade. Come on, Dos, this is your chance, mate. Pound for pound, best gun of the game as
a bit more.
Yeah.
If the flames had got thrown just instead of the HE perhaps, it would have been a bit more chaos ensuing, but back to the 4 and 4. They don't have much on the big side. They've got 4 flashbangs, so no way to really take vision away from the CT spawn area.
They just burnt their only smoke there as well to extinguish the incendiary. So maybe just save the AKs again, I guess.
You're right, yeah, that's all they can do. It's a weird situation at a 4 and 4, but they just wouldn't work out for them. They run in towards B, they're going to get mowed down, aren't they?
There's going to be some crazy flow-on effects. Faven's like, boys, come here, please, and take this MP9. One of you, hello. This is a free gun. You guys like guns? I got free ones.
The merchant has completed the delivery, and they'll be happy with that. There it is, another SMG. And I guess, yeah, couldn't really justify getting in towards the bomb side. It all started here with a little bit of an awkward challenge. syrsoN couldn't make the AK work out for them. They managed to get the pick here, but enough time had been burnt away. Didn't have the utility. Had to just go back and save. So they'll call for a timeout as well. Bit of an awkward situation. You've saved all these weapons. You've got no extra money on top of it, right? 4 players without cash. syrsoN will have $1,500. So what does he do? Does he buy Tech-9 armor and sacrifice his funds for the rest of, well, the next couple of rounds, I suppose?
I guess one of the keys here is Krimbo can give away his Tech-9 or the MP9. syrsoN should probably eco if they want to start getting out of this financial hole.
Oh, they didn't do it. He just bought a Desert Eagle, did he? No, he had 1,500.
Someone else dropped him a Deagle. Okay, so there's a Deagle out in the play now. He hasn't got an armor. Yeah, he has a flash. This is the problem, right? With these saves they've had back-to-back, they took out a loan, and they don't have any way to repay it right now.
Yeah, you're definitely right with dropping the Tech-9 instead of purchasing that Deagle. I think that would have been a better approach, but small details. It's not a massive deal, I suppose. We will see the AWP challenging once again, and not going to be finding much. Flashed off as continue their campaign towards middle. Still with the 2 AKs. Going to try and get apartments control. Silent boost as well. Silent but deadly, perhaps.
Need to find an entry on one of these AKs. That's going to be the only way forward here. Banana control, sure. Top mid is more of a glance. Gilles needs to be careful now as stadodo has rotated back into more of a passive stance. So they've done enough right now, Big, to force FTW off the line. But how are they going to finish? A smoke, 2 flashes. Also another flash on the floor, somewhere to be picked up.
4 players here for the CT side as well. Time is of the essence. 1 more. We hit the 1-minute mark, and they haven't established that mid control yet. 2 players towards Arch, 2 on the bomb side itself. Is this the final commitment? They can't really justify going back towards B, I suppose. They have no idea what's going on that side of the map. Mid control comes through, and it looks to be a quad focus here as they are locked out of Arch for now. So what's the play? They've got 3 flashbangs. I guess they're just going to have to go for it. I dare say that this is looking too strong for the CTs. They're going for the surprise attack. SMG does get across cleanly, and the flashbangs are very effective at the end. Here comes stadodo with the AWP, Agil with the MP9. Good for trades, but still a 2 versus 2 where they have the AK, the AWP. It's all been equalized here, Chad.
Oh, massive nade right there. syrsoN, without that armor, he chose not to invest here. Does have the AWP, so maybe no issue. As DDias looking to reroute. Groups up with arrozdoce. They look to give this one a go. The bomb been down for about 10 seconds now.
The MP9, the perfect weapon for the job here. The run and gun potential, just a couple of bullets required. If they can find the gap, well, Keto certainly can. He brings it into 2 versus 0. Great shots from the headshot position, living up to its name in 13-6, and I guess that save was completely justified in the end.
Yeah, they've actually pulled it off here, so a great round from Big. Maybe they can pay back that loan after all. And you saw KST in his perspective. He gets the first kill as they start scaling. But with this scaling here, you can see pushing him with the sight focus. So they want to flash pit so they can focus sight. That flash is the god flash. You line that one up with the top of the trees from over near that porch side. You throw it, it bounces off the lip of the balcony. It gets the headshot position, gets the bike position, gets that balcony very well. And KST was completely white-faced, couldn't get anything done.
Well, it has to be the full eco to follow things up here. DDias with Deagle armor, but the rest of them just have USPs. Banana take coming through, and Big looking confident here. It's looking likely to take this first map, it has to be said. Some interesting rounds, Chaz, but not in terms of fundamental gun rounds. It's just been rounds they've snatched away, and it's difficult to get that excited about those, I suppose.
You can't replicate those. That's the biggest issue, right? Yeah, and
it's good in a close game, perhaps. So if you've got a close game and those are coming through, you take it all day long. But it's the only rounds you're winning, you kind of think, well, I'm not going to say they're flukes, but yeah, you can't replicate that. It's just going to be flip of the coin.
Well, when Big are helping you out, like 2 people pushing the issue through a top mid smoke, right? Or when they're allowing arrozdoce to walk in towards the B bomb site in a 1-on-4 situation, plant the bomb, get a free kill.
That was a nuts round, wasn't it?
Yeah. So there's been a few of those, and that's where I would say at least 50% of FTW's rounds have come from, as well as the pistol with conversions. But we don't expect too many issues in a round like this. KST with the Deagle on site has been noted now. The leaping MAC-10 of Krimbo closes down the space perfectly, but syrsoN caught off guard by these pesky USPs pushing up mid. Favored wants to try and stall this out before they can get too far away from dodge, but it looks like they want to keep on coming. Stadodo with arrozdoce are just waiting for the overstep as this long wrap comes through, and here's the fight for Favor. Is he going to get a clean one? No. 3-on-3, and no, they're not looking to DDias.
Oh dear, they might have overcooked the pooch once again, Chad. This could be problematic. Arrozdoce with another clothesline for the AK-47. It's not meant to be this time. The clock strikes midnight. Everyone returns to Pumpkins. It's all gone wrong. And we go to 14-6.
And the rats go the way of the ones around here in Malta getting eaten by a snake down by the road.
True. We've seen a lot of animals this week, haven't we? We saw a big one, chameleon or a gecko or something yesterday, snakes, all sorts.
Yeah,
no hedgehogs though.
No hedgehogs like at Anders' house.
Yeah, I am enjoying the content of the hedgehog cam, I have to say. Don't think they'd survive the heat of Malta.
No, it might be a little bit warm for them here. Well, keeping it close and keeping us excited up Big. 2 more rounds now to land the plane.
Oh, how's he alive?
We spoke about this wallbang yesterday, didn't we?
Oh, has he actually got through? Oh, I think he has. Oh, could have swung out and taken the kill, jumped up, cost him his life. A dicey situation, looking for map points here, and it might just be the B execution. They've got everyone here. All the boys have turned up. Got to line up those smokes. Nothing too flashy required here, I would say. DDias with 7 HP, arrozdoce with the incendiary at least. This could be all a bit of a bait, though.
Good cheat over, though, that they're bringing Stadodo as well. He won't be able to contribute too much with the AWP if they execute now. We'll need to get into more of a power position, and, well, he will. So starting to jog over. More utility being lined up here. There's still plenty of bottle of flame to laden this site. And they're actually attempting to re-aggress. They're going to get stalled out here between first and second oranges. Oh, wait, they're actually pushing. They're pushing, they're creeping, they're coming.
Good timing, good flashbang.
Swings out, gets, well, 2 kills over here towards top banana. Everything keeps coming, but they have to deal with Stadodo back a start on this AWP.
He's got a good weapon. This is a perfect position for it as well. There goes the bomb, 30 seconds remaining, and I dare say he's done enough here. Absolutely so. Very well held there. It's the perfect call from FTW, I'd say, just as they're getting ready to full execute. The flashbangs go over. You've got 2 players ready to pounce at the front line, and they get the job done there. AWP to close things out.
Yeah, well handled. I think that the heads-up maneuver was nice. If they sat in the sight on that low HP, they would have been done like a dog spinner.
Had to be active, didn't they?
That's what you love to see.
So this is where the first kill was found. Won't be able to get that every time, but this was a great maneuver. The fact that DDias was still there on low HP, just getting a kill, and Stadodo holding strong here. 2 fantastic orb shots, avoids the flames, and will survive the round. Round number 22, and we do have, I believe, a technical.
Yeah, this is the still another one of the classics here, which does rear its ugly head every now and again. I believe they've reported in that it was the FPS bug, which you can fix at home with a simple command.
Now.
Sometimes it still crops up. Sometimes it still does definitely crop up.
We've been playing a lot recently. I haven't noticed it once. Like 6 months ago, it was like almost every game you'd get it.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? You're playing Counter-Strike as often as what we are. These things are definitely going to crop up every now and again.
True.
But it's quick to fix, right? You can do a couple things. There's the there's different commands.
I used to record a demo back in my day.
That works. Change your res as well, I believe, trying to helps it out. Yeah, it's sorted now, and we are back underway as Big have purchased in here a Galil, an upgraded pistol, syrsoN on a Glock, and util, everybody's favorite combo. The life of an AWPer sometimes.
Glock and util, no armor. Yeah, not the most exciting buy.
Blutil.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the bench there, needs this one for the lineup. As he divots down, he can get that incendiary, and they're going to start wrapping long here. Jill, he's going to spam through the smoke. The mid to B, Henry, haven't seen one of these in years.
We absolutely haven't, Chad, and it could actually work out. Jill fluffs his line somewhat. DDias trying to pick up the pieces, and he certainly does. Nice double kill, needs to actually try and retreat and join his teammates, but it's the Glock, Chad. You called it out, but it strikes, and it's looking fierce. 3-on-3, can't quite get the M4.
Did he just burst him?
I don't think so.
Well, he's got 17 bullets.
Oh, you might be right.
If he just burst him, that is
what,
BM.
2 of the bullets connected to the head?
That looked
He wasn't
wild.
even low. He was like maybe half HP, I think.
Well, you love to see it regardless here. So syrsoN with the Glock, not a manager, but a Glock, is giving him something to work with as this mid to B continues. 40 seconds.
Oh, he has got the rifle. It was an arm's reach, but Krimbo has been dropped in the same thought. So 30 seconds. B-bomb side is technically open. We do have arrozdoce towards the banana side of it. Absendo seems to be very aware of it. What a shot that is. And they've got the rifles now. The man advantage in the terms of the bomb, I suppose, and syrsoN holding towards the bottom of banana. Could he time it well? He absolutely does. Needs to try and get out before the AWP finds him, and might not even be worth going for now.
Oh, that was perfect play from syrsoN here, just pushing down, getting ahead of this rotation.
You've got to go. That's going to be my point.
You should probably just go hide in pit right now, stadodo.
We've got to see how the Glock play went down. If it was a burst fire, Chad, bless your heart for noticing it. I don't even consider it an option in CSGO.
Not many people think about the burst fire on the FAMAS or the Glock.
1.6 and Source, it was okay. Even the FAMAS was pretty amazing actually on burst fire mode.
Okay,
CSGO,
so, he's down to 19, so it could have just been one Glock bullet here. Right. Okay, 3 fast shots. No burst.
He wasn't.
Definitely no burst, just a bit of pepper. And this is the kill that seals the deal. No way in on that retake, and 15 is secured. So 15-7 now. That AWP has been retained, and Goppy might be able to smile after this one.
I think so. This was pretty comfortable, all things considered. Their gun rounds have almost all of the time gone their way. It's just a few anomalies thrown into the mix, and looking comfortable to close this one out. 15 or 16-7, I should say, as we just have the Eagles here for masses, and the AWP of stadodo would have to do something ungodly at this stage to really cause an issue, but we go through the motions towards banana once again, and syrsoN might be challenged here. He's aware of that peak, though. Will avoid the shot and advance towards second middle.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Give you an extra bit of elevation on that fight. Now, I'll tell you, that smoke hasn't landed where it was designed to.
Were they trying to do the retake utility?
I believe so. So that half-wall smoke is just plumed on top of the barrel position here, which means top banana control can stay under at least the guise of Big. They don't know 100%, but when you see util like that and nobody can push forward, you're going to have a pretty good idea. stadodo over here now as well will be smoked out. As long as they wait for it to plume before they peek, they should be all right here. Swings out anyway. stadodo puts his body on the line and they go 1 for 1, but the B hit still looks like it's coming.
And that's all the firepower removed as well. The AWP down in spawn. DDias and arrozdoce turtle up at the back of the bomb site. Molotovs deployed, flashbangs to come soon as well. The 2 CTs today haven't rotated at all, so they've really got their work cut out for them. They know a player's in towards first. Oranges now gets his position up with the trajectory of the flashbang. Good shot with the deagle, but I dare say his days are numbered, Chad. He'll be holding towards the back, mowed down in the end, and just poor old KSD in towards CT spawn. It's got to be 16-7.
All right, KSD, this is your time, your chance in the spotlight. Well, syrsoN is going to steal the limelight. 27 kills for him. We got to give him a little something, something. That's shining the wheels right now are Big, trying to keep themselves alive here in ESL Pro League Season 16. This win against FTW is mandatory.
Oh, they're doing little actual gentlemanly handshakes there, Chad. Let's have one of those as well as we close out this first map. We'll take a break, be back with the desk, and we'll see you very shortly indeed.